You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello, you degenerate fucks, and welcome to the Degenerate Gambler. It is Thursday, the 15th of December. I'm just here with another episode. I've got some bets for the weekend. Having a quick look back at last week. I haven't done the stats because there was that many games postponed last week that it wouldn't have really meant that much, to be honest with you. None of my three bets on Saturday escaped games being postponed, so everyone was reduced. I did get a winner. I cashed it out. I'll get that in a minute. So I'll just go. Well, actually, I'll do that first. So the early bet that I did. So I did Ipswich, Peterborough, both to score was up. Shrewsbury, Bolton, both to score up. Northampton, Harrogate over twos was up. Blackburn, Preston over 1.5 up. And I did Derby to win. And I cashed out about 85 minutes because looking at it, like Burton were, or was it Burton were playing? They were not, they weren't hammering them, but they were getting a lot of chances, and I just felt like, I'll take 50 quid. It's a win. It'll pay for the weekend. I'll just take it. And literally, I cashed it out. I was making up a tweet saying that I cashed it out, and bang, one each. So I was glad I did that. So went on to the main bet was Woking were beat 2-0, which was crazy. Chester game was postponed. Linfield were winning 1-0 right up till the 89th minute. Ended up drawing one each, beating penalties. Queen's Park won 2-0 and Darlington won 6-2. So I had two winners there postponed, and two were beat. The overs have been hard to pick last week and this week. It was hard to pick, but I had Morecambe Charlton was postponed. Exeter Sheffield Wednesday one each. Stevenage Mansfield was nil each. Chesterfield Dorking was up 3-1, and Southport Boston was postponed. So I say every bet was hit there with games called off. So it wasn't a great week. That's why I didn't really do the stats. So then, when was the England game? Was the England game Saturday or Sunday? I think it was Saturday. So then, as I say, the only bets that I had after that were I had Maguire to have a headed shot and target at 6-1 yeah. So I had a fiver on that. That got me 35. I had Kane shot and target, which was the Bet365 special. It just had like a fiver on that, or £5 and change. And that got me 13.55. And then I had Maguire one foul on Betfair, got me 20. So in total that day, I had £118 in winnings. I think I bet about £40. So there's only, you know, 60, 70 in profit, but it still put me in profit for the week. So I was happy enough. Right, so let me get on to this week. Obviously, we have the World Cup final on Sunday. I'm sure I'll be doing plenty of wee bet builders and wee things with that, but I have got two bets for Saturday. Just on the Saturday's the third place game, and you know what? I have a funny feeling that Croatia will rest a lot of play. They'll give a lot of players games, but Morocco, they'll take that serious. Finishing third in the World Cup it'll be the best finish ever of an African team. I could see them really putting out a full squad and going for it. So I haven't looked at the prices yet, but I would fancy Morocco. Anyway, the bet. So I'll run through it quickly and then I'll come back to my reasons. So West Brom at home to Rotherham, 4-9. Plymouth at home to Morecambe, 4-7. Portsmouth at home to MK Dons, 10-11. Leyton Orient at home to Sutton, 4-5. Stockport at home to Gillingham, 8-15. In total, it's 12-1. So I will go through each selection. So West Brom, obviously, as I say, they're at home to Rotherham. Currently, look, West Brom are obviously the sacked Steve Bruce a while ago, but they're 17th and Rotherham are 18th. So, both not great. But form, they have 12 points from out of the last 5 games out of 15 points. That's pretty good. That's since the sack Steve Bruce. Rotherham only 4 points. In recent home form, they've won their last two. They did lose the two before that, but those two wins, they beat Stoke and they beat Blackpool. Rotherham away, drew, won, lost, draw. So, pretty poor. That's my thinking on that one. Next, we'll go to Plymouth, who are obviously top of the league. Well, they're second. playing Morecambe, who are rock bottom in form. Plymouth form's not great. They've only got 6 points. Morecambe have actually got four, but best home form in the league versus Morecambe, who have the 22nd. They are in the away table. Looking at recent form, uh, Plymouth's home form, they'd won four in a row and then they lost to Port Vale in their last home game, so pretty good. Morecambe lost four in a row away. Sorry, well, they drew in the cup and then lost, but they lost three before that and then drew before that. So that one to me is a home versus away form type thing. Next on to Portsmouth. Portsmouth currently eighth in the table versus MK Dons, who are 23rd in the relegation zone. Portsmouth form not amazing. They've only got 4 points. The MK Dons 2 points. But recent home form, Portsmouth they're unbeaten in five at home. Win their last two, drew the one before that. They drew in the cup and then went on to win, and then they drew the game before that. So unbeaten in five at home is pretty good for a team that whose form in general isn't great. MK Dons lost three in a row away from home. Drew the game before that, won the game before that. Next, we go on to Leyton Orient in League Two. Leyton Orient are top of League Two versus Sutton, who are 16th. Form, Leyton Orient second in the league, 12 points from 15. Sutton 7 points, so not bad. Leyton Orient second best home form in the league all season versus Sutton, who are 20th in home form, only 6 points. Last five at home, 3 wins in a row for Leyton Orient, a defeat in the cup, and then a draw. Sutton 1 win in the last five away. They drew their last game, lost two, drew, then won. So that was 5 games ago. So again, recent home form pretty good for Leyton Orient. And then lastly, Stockport. Stockport are again, they had a bad start to the season. Currently 13th in the table, so not great. But Gillingham are bottom. But in recent form, Stockport 10 points. They're fourth in the form table, 10 points out of 15. Gillingham 1 point. Recent home form, Gillingham 4 wins and a defeat. So they won their last game at home against Charlton. They lost against Leyton Orient, who are top of the league. And then they won the 3 before that. Gillingham away, 2 draws, a defeat, a draw, a draw. So no win in 5 away from home. So, as I say, that's 12-1. Reasonably confident with that. It'd be nice to have the Premier League back the week after for Boxing Day. But yeah, so that's the main bet. Overs, as I said, very, very hard to pick. And I've actually used a free bet that I got on Sky Bet to do this. So I sort of took a bit of a risk because, again, it's no loss to me. So just, be careful when you are doing this. Like I said, it's no loss to me. I've just picked whatever I fancied because, as I say, I'm using a free bet. But the 5 games are Preston QPR at 6-5, Barnsley Burton at 5-6, Peterborough Shrewsbury at 10-11, Doncaster Harrogate at 10-11, Northampton Carlisle at 6-5. That's a total of 31-1. So a huge price. Usually those bets for me are 21, 22-1. So 31-1. I mean, those are Sky Bet prices as well. And Sky Bet is usually not as good as other bookmakers. So again, overs at the minute is very, very hard to pick. There's very few teams that when I go into the form, I'm looking and going, yeah, that's a team that's scoring and conceding. That's a team that that score goals. So you're sort of limited to the teams that you can pick on form anyway, because who knows, any game, a team could have played in their last 5, scored 2 goals and conceded 1, and then they go out and win 3 or 4-0. Goals can be unpredictable. But anyway, that's the 2 bets. So I'll just give you a bit of an update for next week. So next week I will have an episode. This episode's coming out a bit late. I'm only recording it late on Thursday. I'm gonna release it right away. Hopefully I'll have an episode for Wednesday next week. letting you know what I'm doing over Christmas, stuff like that, and obviously have two bets for Boxing Day. Um, this midweek, you know what? There's games in the lower leagues, but as with this week, there was so many games called off. I'm not even going to run through it because if there's enough for a bet, I'll do a bet. If not, I'll just leave it because, as I say, the other night there was supposed to be a full fixture list in the National League, National League North, National League South, and by kickoff there was literally two or three games in each league. So, and again, I'm not confident here that every one of these games will be on. I mean, I would expect obviously West Brom they'll have a heated pitch. Portsmouth probably have a heated pitch, underground heating. Um, but Stockport, Leyton Orient, Plymouth, those games could be off. With the overs, Preston probably do, Barnsley probably do, Peterborough I'm not so sure, Doncaster, I don't know, Northampton. These games could fall foul to the weather, but obviously I like to pick them early and get them done so I can get the podcast out. So that's the picks for this week. That's basically it. It just leaves me to say if you are doing a bet, good luck and happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.